Here's how Fani Willis will end up disbarred and behind bars, and it's very, very simple. First, you start off with somebody who has absolutely no respect or fear for the system. For some reason or another, Fani Willis is under the belief, the demented belief, that she does not have to follow the rules, that she's beyond that. She's separate from that. She's better. She's blessed. She's Fani Willis. I said Fanny. She's Fanny, okay? And Fanny sometimes, I think, thinks with her Fanny because she's missing some serious problems. Number one, why could she end up behind bars and disbarred? Number one, which as I just said, I'll say it again. Number one, perjury. Absolute 100% perfect, perjurious, unlawful mendacity. Perjury. The deliberate lying under oath, the misrepresentation of fact with the intent to deceive while under oath as to a material issue. And you're the district attorney, and you're under a whole bunch of other duties which we'll go to. So number one, perjury. Number two, obstruction of justice and witness tampering. What? Let me explain. Do you remember a while back Terrence Bradley, after he became embroiled in this kind of as the reluctant, oafish witness? He testified and relayed that it was Cindy Lee Yeager who testified that while he was in her office, she's the chief deputy DA from Cobb County or something to that effect. Chief assistant, assistant chief, deputy, whatever the heck it was. Big shot, big shot. And she testified that when she was in that office with Mr. Bradley, she heard Fani Willis say to him, and the context of this I'm still not too sure about. Did she overhear this? Did he tell her? Was this on a loudspeaker? I don't know. But something to the effect of, they're after us. They're after us, and you don't have to tell them anything. This from the district attorney. You don't have to say anything. Got it? Translation, don't. If you know what's good for you. This is from the district attorney. You want to work again in this county? You want anybody to talk to you? Be a good idea for you not to do it. Obstruction of justice, witness tampering. Throw in, by the way, Mr. Wade, who called up and said, this is privileged information, don't you? Huh? Then we had this other counsel, Mr. Banks, I believe, who called up and said, you're not the leak, are you? I mean, it was like a hat trick. They were just moving in. But we only have to concern ourselves with Fani, who basically told this pivotal witness, this guy is kryptonite. You don't get near him. And what did she say? You don't have to tell them anything. They're after us. Us? Us. And third, the judge, McAfee, said, what you are doing by virtue of your testimonials, these Jeremiads, these Philippics, these grand examples of oratorio as you stand before churches and say that it's a matter of race and it's a proud black woman and they're coming after us. While this is going on, not only are you contaminating jury pools, but you are violating specifically the canons of ethics, the disciplinary rules. You are not supposed to go out and argue your case. This is what they're yelling at President Trump for, and he's a defendant. He's a defendant. Even he can't do it. Of course, they're making some ridiculous claim that he's threatening the judge's daughter, but we'll get to that some other time. So if a defendant can't say this, how in the name of God can this woman? How can this woman, how can Fani Willis, the district attorney, in the biggest case, probably the biggest criminal case, I think, believe it or not, maybe in juridical history. I mean, this is some serious business here. Basically saying, all you people, this is about black folks. We've got to convict Trump because we're black and they're coming after me because I'm a black woman. Okay, so if you're on that jury, make sure you vote guilty because I'm Fani Willis and I'm a black woman, and if you're black too, and if you're a black woman, you'll know that as black women know, you got it? It's weird to say, what is this? Why are you doing this? And especially recently when she says, they told me not to say anything. Well, I'm going to talk anyway. At least you didn't say anyways, which drives me crazy. So that's 3. But I'm going to give you a bonus one. As I alluded to before, as I mentioned, there are strict rules in the canons of ethics, disciplinary rules, specifically as to district attorneys who owe the world a higher, if you will, a higher burden specifically in not saying, how do I say this, in trying to deliver and administer justice versus a conviction. Does that make sense to you? Justice versus a conviction. That's what's critical. That's what this is about. So what she is doing: perjury, jail. Obstruction of justice, a witness tampering, jail. Plus disbarment or suspension at the least. Okay, that's that. Third, violating the judge's order, in essence, that's contempt. Okay? And then finally, which is, I'm going to give you an extra one, the rules against prosecutors doing this. Prosecutors are supposed to announce these. I've some very good ones. There's a U.S. attorney for the Southern District who gets out and says, today, a grand jury indicted so-and-so with these charges, alleging boom, boom, boom. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. That's it. That's it. You don't hear the prosecutor saying, as an African-American man, as a Pacific Islander, as a man of color, as a gay man. No. What is this? No. This isn't a referendum on your life and why we should vote, in essence, to convict because of your race or gender or whatever. No. So you're looking at disbarment at Kraken Rocks upstate. The big 2. The Hoosgow. Jail. Gray Bar Inn. Penitentiary. It's that simple. This is serious stuff here. I mean, if you want to play hardball, works both ways. What do you think, dear friends? Before you say anything, please let me ask you, if you could, as always, please subscribe to my channel. I work very hard to provide you with this incredible information. I thank you for that. Number 2, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And number 3, like this video because, as you know, it's important to do that. Everybody tells you to do that, but you must do this. And now, dear friends, I ask you to, as is the custom in the comment section, immediately appending this particular peroration, this disquisition, I ask you to comment as you see fit.